Hey guys, what's happening? So, welcome to another video. This is Josh Tall Guy, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video about one of my new hobbies that I've been doing. I've always had an artistic background, and I've always done something practical or different. I've never been the type of person just to sort of stick with one thing or stay with the same repetitive movement of maybe the same style of art. I've always been the type of person to just keep changing my mind constantly, which sometimes works in my favour but sometimes doesn't. But for the first time I feel like I found something that I can stick with and something that I can really progress with, and that is the art of wire sculpting. So, the thing that I've been into lately is wire sculpture, wire art, anything to do with wire or metal. I wanted to talk about why I enjoy making wire sculptures so much and what it sort of means to me and how I've sort of, how I've come about finding out this art. Yeah, so it started a few months ago. I went down into the garage and I was just looking for some tools to fix something, and I just found some galvanized wires. I thought, I don't know, maybe I could make something out of it. So I basically just got it and just started fiddling around, and then after about an hour of messing about, I started finding out that I could create some cool shapes and some different things. And I started off just making really small things, like just little flowers, and I tried making a few rings, basically just anything. So when I first started creating things, I was making a lot of things like these flowers here. I had a little go of making a little giraffe and just little rings and just small things like that, really. Nothing too complicated, just seeing what I could create. And for some reason I found that doing this was so much more fulfilling than drawing or painting. Well, to me anyway. I just feel like when you bring something to life, I know that artists say any sort of art you do, you're bringing it into the real world. You're bringing it from imagination into a physical object that you can touch and see, and which I find pretty cool. But I feel like this takes it to another level simply because you've actually got, a physical object, but it's also three-dimensional, so it's just more interesting. And I feel like when you're sculpting something like this, you can, you can adjust it in such a way that even if you're not good at drawing or you're not good at art, if you've got a good visual and you know how shapes work, or you've just got that sort of type of artistic mind, even if you can't draw, I think making things out of wire is really fulfilling, and that's why I've been doing it. I've got things over here that I've created, all these sculptures here, which I'll show you in a minute. Some of them have taken me about 3 days to do, and some can take even longer than that, but I just feel like when you're in that zone, every second that you're doing it just feels good, basically. So I definitely think if you're an artist, I think you should try everything, even if you're good at something already, because you might find something that you've never tried before that you might really enjoy and you might be really good at as well. And if you are enjoying this video so far, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and leave a comment down below, because if you are enjoying this video, I'd love to know. And if you want to see more of this type of stuff, so if you guys got any ideas what I could make, then that would be great. But anyway, let's get into the wire sculptures that I've made. I am selling these as well, so just give me a message or something if you're interested in any of these sculptures and let me know. I'm also on Instagram. You can also send me an Instagram message on there and I will let you know about that. Yeah, okay, so anyway guys, the first proper sculpture that I made was this one. Let me just focus this. Okay, so this was the guitar. I just based this because I've always played guitar and I thought, what can I make? A guitar. So this is what I came up with. This took me about 2 days because it was my first one and I wanted to really put some time and effort in to see what I could create. And I found these really cool wooden bases inside, but they were just tarnished, and I thought that effect looked really cool, so I thought why not use them as a base. I used some super glue as well to hold in the bottom, drilled holes so these pieces of wire could come through to make a support. I do use a little bit of super glue in certain places to just make sure that those holes are going to stay solid. But overall, guys, I'm really happy with this guitar that I made. Okay, the other thing that I made was this saxophone. So this took me about a day or two, about the same as the guitar really. And this is really structurally sound, so you know, look, it's solid. So I used the bass, I used quite a few wires for the bass, but it sort of adds to the effect of the whole thing, which is pretty cool. See, in the buttons I sort of highlighted with the blue aluminium, so you can use different colour wires to emphasize different parts of your sculptures, so it isn't just all blended into the same thing, which I find pretty cool. One of the ones that I'm really happy with is this harp. So I created this because I was just, as you can tell, I'm on a musically instrumental based theme here with all of these. I just thought, you know, I thought that the saxophone went well, the guitar went well, so why don't I just carry on with some instruments? So this is the harp that I created. I'm pretty happy with this. I liked how it turned out. I managed to get all those sort of string effects symmetrical. Okay, so this one here was inspired by the series Berserk, which is an anime series. And basically in this series there's a character called Guts, and he has a huge sword, and basically I sort of based this off that. I just thought it would be cool to make some sort of weapon or sword, or maybe I'll make some sort of other weapons in future. I think I will, because it's quite a cool sort of looking thing. But yeah, I found this really thick wire in the middle of the road, so I thought, you know, I could make something pretty solid out of that, and this is actually solid, so you could probably stab someone with it if you really tried, but I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, I'm selling this, I'm selling all of these, so if you're interested, just let me know. But this would be quite a cool piece next to, maybe if you're a gamer, or you like things like that, or you know, or you like anime series, because this is based off the sword from Guts from Berserk. So anyway, I'm really happy with this. And then the one that I made after that is this. So I made an old Olympus camera, as you can see. I put the Olympus logo over there. This was sort of, well, it's pretty straightforward to make really, because I drew this one first. I sort of drew the template for it, the shape and everything I'd need to do, because there's not many structural parts needed. But for this one I used some wound wire instead of just the single wire, which was I think worked out pretty good. It's quite solid as well. I don't think this is going to break anytime soon. I think it should last a very long time. But for this I was thinking about making like a little tripod base, but I haven't gotten around to that yet, because I wanted to make this other one, which I'll show you now, which has taken me the longest out of all of these sculptures, but I have worked the hardest on this one. I think personally this is my favourite one out of all of them. These is this one. It's a fox just sitting sort of on the edge, I don't know, you could say on the edge of a cliff or on a rock or something like that, but this is definitely, out of all of them, my favourite one. The reason I think I like this one so much is because it took me the most, you know, going through trial and error so many times and trying to get the shape right and everything. As you can see, if I show it on a black thing, you can see it a bit better. But as you can see, this is how this turned out. So I start with a 2D shape usually, which would be from the ear down to the legs and then round, and then I'd start with that 2D shape, and then from that I'd form the 3D structures, slowly taking slithers of shapes, smaller sizes. But I found this rock as well, which worked as a great base. I drilled holes into this rock and attached with wire and some super glue, so that is solid, and as you can see, that's not going to go anywhere. And I'm also selling this. I'll be putting all these up on Etsy pretty soon, so if you guys are interested, if I have a link by then I'll put that up, but if not, just give me a message if you're interested. But out of everything I've done, this is my favourite one. And I'm really proud of this one. But I am selling it. So if you're interested, let me know. So guys, they are all my sculptures that I've created at the moment. But anyway guys, this is the sort of route that I'm on at the moment, and I don't think I'm going to be coming off it anytime soon because I'm just enjoying making these sculptures so much. But I recommend that you guys find what you're good at or have a go at doing some wire sculptures because it is so simple. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe because it really helps me make some better videos, and it really motivates me actually just to show you guys what I'm doing all the time. So if you can, share it with your friends, show your friends if you found this interesting, and go check out my Instagram. So that's everything guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to be creative and have a good day. My voice. And have a good day.